Crystal is a hero to this community because she motivates others and she's a hardworking person.
Self-love is the best love in the sense that you know what's best for you, and you can also recognize when you're not giving yourself the best. So my name is Christal West. I am from Sacramento, California, specifically a neighborhood called Oak Park. I currently work as the College Bound Director for the Boys and Girls Club at Menlo Park. I work with teens. My primary goal is to make sure that every single one of my teenagers is college bound and ready to handle life after high school. For my hobbies, I love to travel. When I was in college, I studied abroad in Costa Rica. I've been to Mexico. I tried to set a goal to travel once a year because I think it's good for your mental health. One of the biggest challenges that I think has really shaped who I am and has really centered my educational experiences, and also the reason why I'm so passionate about social justice, is because of where I grew up. My neighborhood played a big role. When I was in college, I remember by the time I graduated college, I had lost more friends that I could count on both of my hands to either gang violence, suicide, or health issues. So my neighborhood experienced a lot of things that the kids here experience, like living in a food desert, living with a big police presence, with violence in the neighborhood, feeling unsafe to walk home. And I think the fact that I was one of a small handful of my peers to actually go to college, that really impacted me. From my challenges and life experiences, the number one thing I think that I've learned that I think has helped me, especially with my career and the way I do research in grad school, is that I feel I've learned to be very empathetic because of everything I've been through, like feeling like I've gone through hell and back. Like there's a lot of things like we don't even have time to discuss, but that I've been through that really shaped me into understanding like the human component of life and the way that we all work with our challenges, and knowing that not everybody has the same solution. Sometimes there's no solutions to the things we go through. What motivates me or inspires me is my students, but it's always the teenagers who I think have motivated me the most. I don't know if my students ever catch me, but sometimes, and they're probably gonna look out for me doing this now, sometimes when I'm sitting at my desk and I'm just observing the students doing their homework or having conversations with each other about what's going on in their life or whatever things that they're talking about, sometimes I'm just observing and taking it in, and sometimes I get teary-eyed because of just how much I know that you all deal with. I'm gonna cry right now. How much I know you guys all deal with, but also like the fact that you can still come with a smile on your face. And sometimes maybe students don't come with a smile on their face and they have a hard day, and that's okay too. I think the way that I inspire or impact others is I do my best to role model what I think is self-care. So I think in order to be a good role model, you have to know yourself really well, and also be open and honest about the fact that we're all a work in progress. I think learning to be kind to yourself is really valuable, and so I really hope that my students take that away, knowing that, like, you know, there's tough days, like sometimes you got a lot to do, too much homework, it can be overwhelming, life's overwhelming, sometimes you just don't want to go home and deal with family or whatever. But to be kind to yourself and know like tomorrow's a new day, a fresh start. I try to keep that as my attitude in the clubhouse.